So there's three main things I want to make you aware of as a beginner pianist. There's some pitfalls here. And you know what? It stems most likely from when you were first introduced to music. Now, I want to make a clarification. The way I found out music was on my own. And it was a very cool, magical thing about just plucking notes out on the piano and finding the melody. But sometimes school gets in the way and they reprogram your way of thinking. And they do such a cookie cutter method of teaching you how to play this instrument that was once magical, but now turns into drudgery and homework. See, these are things that we need to reprogram, and here's three common pitfalls that I see. Let's reprogram your mind about piano. The first thing is not using your left hand the way it was supposed to be used on piano. You see, this is a simple melody of Ode to Joy. Now, this is something you would see in a piano workbook, and it just shows you, all right, I'm playing with both hands. Now, see, that's great, but the first mistake is putting chords in your left hand. Now, there's times when you want to do that, but as a beginner, you could get such a better head start by just adding the chords, changing them and putting them in your right hand. Now I'm going to show you how that sounds. I'm playing the right hand an octave up, and now I'm just going to play the bass note in the left hand. Doesn't that sound more free already? It sounds less clunky. So just by moving the chords into the right hand, you're halfway there. Now, what I suggest is I started right away using left hand patterns. And let me show you how I would do this with Ode to Joy here. All we get is the chord symbol. Now, a specific pattern I'm using, I call the 2x4 left hand pattern. Now, it just involves playing the root, the fifth, and the octave. And that's all I'm doing with the key of C. And it would sound like this. Doesn't that sound better already? It's freeing you up. And playing the chords in the right hand with the left hand pattern even sounds more awesome. Now, what can we do? These left-hand patterns are great, and I show you how to use all of my best left-hand patterns when you sign up here down below in the description. The link will take you to a download to where you could get 6 of my best left-hand patterns and a 1-hour tutorial video. See, you could be a beginner, but you could start out with the right way learning these patterns, and they go so well over any song. Now, just to give you an example, you could upgrade the 2x4 left-hand pattern with the Wonder Wave pattern. Now, it would sound like this. Sounds so much better. And now, all that is I'm just crossing over with finger number 3 over my thumb. Hence the wave. And I'm just playing a C major triad on top of that. Now this brings me to my next mistake most beginner pianists make, is that you're sticking with material that you don't like to play. If you don't like Ode to Joy, play something else. If you like Over the Rainbow, you should start with that. Now, the thing is that a lot of beginners think that, oh, I need to play the simple beginner songs because this is the natural progression of things. Wrong. This is the way a workbook makes you think, or this is the way school taught you. There's so much more things that you could get out of playing something you love. You'll learn faster, you'll enjoy it more, and you're going to want to keep playing. There is a lot to say about this. And this is how I started out playing piano. I didn't know any songs. Even though I had piano lessons going alongside with my learning, I wanted to learn songs right away. And one of the demo songs on my piano was Prelude in C by Bach. And I loved it so much. My enthusiasm for wanting to learn the piece made me learn pretty much the whole thing by ear. This song. I'm sure many of you heard it before, but I loved it so much, and I gained so much more than just sticking with the first lesson in my songbook was something like this. That was the whole song. Which song do you think I learned more about piano? Well, it was something I loved. This is the second mistake. You need to be aware of this. So, if you like a song, learn it. Now, my last mistake that I've come across myself, and also other people as well, is that they label themselves as a beginner and they chart out their journey playing like a beginner. Being a beginner at piano doesn't mean playing like a beginner. There's this whole concept that's missed. And, you need to reframe the term beginner. Now, here's how I like to think of it. You are beginning to learn how to feel what it feels like to put both hands together and play notes at certain times. All piano is putting both hands down and moving your fingers up and down. That's what it boils down to. But as you get deeper into learning, you're figuring out, oh, maybe I play this note a little bit louder than all the others. And oh, this finger goes down when this finger goes down. That's what you're beginning to do. You're beginning to incorporate new muscle memory on what you're playing. Isn't this such a better way to think of being a beginner? Now, when you begin to do this, you're going to get faster at figuring out which notes to put down where and when. And you accumulate certain moves and patterns on the piano. And once you accumulate these things, you'll be able to play more things. And then your muscle memory, the memory of your muscles and your fingers putting notes down at certain times in certain places will get stronger. That's what you're beginning to do. So that is my guidance and my enthusiasm for, don't trip up on these 3 pitfalls here. There is so much more that you are, and this instrument is so much more than what it's been stuffed down into a tight little box of, workbooks and, what school does to it. You're so much more. And the piano is so much more. You have to realize this. So I hope you understand these concepts. And if you want to elevate your playing, check out the link in the description here. It shows you all my left-hand patterns that I use on the songs I love to play. And check it out. Enjoy the music and keep on playing.